Welcome back to Chelsea Talks, Season 2, Episode 4. I'm your host, Maddie Sheridan. I'm here with my co-host,
Anna Burnett.
and our guest.
It's Weygand.
Okay, thank you so much for coming down and answering some of our questions.
Thanks for having me. I'm very impressed by all that you guys do down here.
Thank you. We're glad to have you. Okay, so we're going to start off with some general questions that might be easy to answer.
Okay.
Okay, so our first question is, what college did you attend?
I went to the University of Alabama, Roll Tide, for my undergrad, and I actually majored in public relations and minored in marketing and English. And then I went to UAB and got my master's in secondary education.
I
That's
want to go
cool.
to Alabama.
Yeah.
Those are like both of the places that I would go to.
Yeah.
They're close to home.
Yeah, I pretty much did it back to back. Like I did my 4 years at Bama, and then I moved back to Birmingham, and then got my master's right after at UAB.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you become a teacher?
Well, I actually, before I got my master's in education, got like a real job, I guess you would say, in the business world. And I hated it. I wanted a job where I could actually make a difference every day. So I became a teacher, and I'm really glad I did.
Yeah, I like you as a teacher.
Thanks.
You're a really good teacher.
Thanks.
Okay, so did you want to do anything other than teaching?
Well,
You're-
I thought that I was going to be a businesswoman. I don't know what business, but that's what I thought my life would look like. So not really. I don't know. I don't know what I thought I was going to do.
Okay, so now we're gonna do some icebreakers just to
Okay.
like ease into it a little bit.
Okay.
So,
What's your favorite color?
Pink.
that's mine
Oh,
too.
I like pink.
I love pink. My wedding, I had all these pink flowers everywhere and some red, kind of strawberry shortcake vibes. Hmm.
I like lavender.
Yeah,
I do too.
I really like pink. It's
And
my
the
favorite.
yes, and the cornflower blue is probably now my second.
Or
Yes,
like
I like that
coral
color.
pink.
Hmm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Do you like watching sports?
I love football, college football. Every Saturday, I like to know how all the SEC teams are doing. I like to heckle my students who do not cheer for Alabama. So I love football.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that don't cheer for Alabama.
Yeah, it's
It's like-
sad.
I know. Okay.
What's your favorite food or dessert?
That is tough. I would say that my favorite dessert would be pecan pie. And I think
I
it's
don't like
because it's almost near Thanksgiving. And so I'm thinking about pecan pie a lot. But you don't like it?
I don't
like
either.
it.
Yeah.
It's just, I like almonds and stuff. But I
Yeah.
don't like pecans.
Yeah,
I don't like.
that's fair.
I like almonds sometimes, but it really depends.
I like it all.
I like ice cream sundaes,
Oh, yeah.
but I barely eat them. So
I like also Reese's cups. Anything with chocolate and peanut butter, too, is
Mm.
like really high up on the list.
I love chocolate, like
Yes,
a
me
lot,
too.
and sour
Mhm.
stuff and sweet stuff, just all candy.
I don't love the sour and sweet. Like chocolate, yes. Sugar candy, except for the watermelon Sour Patch
Yes,
Kids.
Those
are my
are good.
favorite.
My
I
favorite
love
are the
them.
strawberry ones. They're so
Ooh,
good.
I don't know if I've had the strawberry ones.
And last year in our class,
Yeah, I've
someone
had
put them in
those.
our
Oh yeah.
and they
Okay.
were so good.
Yeah.
Okay.
The candy salad.
Yes.
Oh, yes, that was a lot of fun.
Okay. So if you were to like time travel, would you want to be older or younger?
Oh man. I want to break all the rules and have all the wisdom of being older but still be young. That's what I would want to do.
Yeah.
How can we make that happen in our time travel?
I don't know.
I don't know, but that's what it's going to be.
I think I'd want to be 16 so I can drive.
So you
Yes,
can
me
drive.
too. I want to drive.
Driving is exciting, but it has lots of responsibility.
Yeah. And I'm responsible
Okay.
enough.
And you have to be able to focus.
I think I'll be better at focusing on the road than some people.
Okay.
Okay.
We have some more questions about you.
Okay.
Okay. Do you miss coaching the dance team at all?
I do. I loved my dancers, and I still do, of course. But when I first came to Chelsea, that was my goal. I wanted to be the dance team coach. I danced in high school on the dance team, and I wanted to see the one here at Chelsea Middle School thrive. However, I was missing a lot of my own kids' activities because of it, and so I thought it would be better for me to pass it on to somebody else.
Coach
And I was
Dennis.
really excited when Coach Dennis said she wanted to take it on because I knew she would be great at it.
Mm-hmm.
I love Coach Dennis.
I do too.
I love the dance team.
I do too.
Okay, so how is Beta Club going?
Well, that was the thing. I let go of dance team, but I picked up Beta Club. And so far it's been good. It's very chill. We just had votes for our leadership team for Beta Club, and we met and we are coming up with good ideas of ways to serve our community and our school. So be looking for us to make some announcements about things. I think our first one is going to be supporting Owen's House, which is a place in Columbiana where they go and interview children that have been through abusive situations. Yeah, it's really sad, but the work that they do there is really important
That's so
because
sad.
it's a very comfortable environment for the children. They're not going to like a police station or something like that. It's comfortable. They give them snacks and, juice boxes, and they only have to tell their story once. So in the past, they would have to talk to lots of different entities. So maybe like the police and then somebody else. And this time it's all recorded and taken, and they only have to do it once, and they're in a comfortable place. So they have a list of things that they need, and we're going to donate to them.
That's so kind.
Yeah, it's a really important place.
I think our cheer team is doing something like yeah, I think we're doing something like that, but I think it's with different people
Yeah, good.
that have been
That's
like the same
awesome.
thing, but
Yeah.
it's- okay. How's it been like moving to 8th grade from 7th grade?
I was nervous about moving to 8th grade because I was going to be moving with all my kids, right? But I have loved it. I taught 8th grade in the past, and I enjoyed 7th grade, but I was excited for a change. I love the texts that we read in 8th grade. The ones in 7th grade are good, but the ones in 8th grade are better, in my opinion. And 8th grade is more like higher level thinking, analyzing. So I've enjoyed that so far too. I'm glad I did it.
Yeah.
Moved up with y'all.
So how many years have you been teaching?
I have been teaching for 6 years. I taught, and then when I had my own children, I stayed at home with them for like 10 years. So I was a stay-at-home mom. So I worked on the PTO and did all kinds of volunteering, and then came back to teaching.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite things to teach in English?
One of my most favorite things to teach in English is just paying attention to your sources. Y'all know, you're in the media. Like, you need to know who you're listening to. You need to know what their motivations may be to give you this information. So I think just being sure that you know who is breathing into your life and who you are trusting to give you information is probably the most important thing. And then I love grammar.
I know you and Mr. Stafford love grammar.
It's so good. I mean, I just love it. Why do y'all not love it?
No, I do. It's just on an essay, I missed one capitalized I on the last paragraph, and he gave me.
So what's some of your favorite topics to teach?
My favorite topics to teach. Of course, I enjoy grammar. Y'all all know I love to read. So I really just love for y'all to have time to just sit down and read. Because of our screens, I don't feel like any of us do it as much as we should. My favorite days of teaching are when we get to go to the library Miss Stafford does such an excellent job in our library, and I love to go in there. If I could just be in there all the time with her, I might do that.
I like the days when we go to the library.
Me too.
Because we do nothing.
You do.
We
You read.
Maddie.
Well, that's like nothing to me.
That's exciting.
I love
though.
reading.
I like it.
I love to read.
It's just, it's nothing to me. So, like, it's fun.
It's nice, relaxing.
Yeah.
I have an entire stack of books on my bedside table of like books I should be like that I want to read that I buy, and they just stack up. It's like a reading to-do list.
How many would you say?
I would say like right now there's 6. Yeah. And then I read a few of them at the same time.
That would take me like 6 years to get done.
No, it wouldn't.
Okay. Did you do any sports when you were younger?
When I was in junior high, which is basically like middle school, I ran track. Who can believe that? And then when I went to high school, actually, no, I played 1 year of basketball. I made the basketball team. I was terrible. And my coach was like, okay, it's time for you to go out there. And I told her no. I was like, I don't want those girls pushing me or like trying to take the ball from me. Like, this is not fun. So I only lasted 1 year in that. But then I made the dance team. I danced my whole life. And ours was like the dance team is at the high school. They were part of the band. So we marched with the band. There wasn't really middle school dance teams back in those days, in the olden days.
I know Anna plays basketball.
Yeah, I did play basketball.
And see, you're good, right? You like going out there. Some of those girls are just too aggressive. I didn't like it.
Basketball's a really aggressive sport.
It is. It's
Yeah.
very in your face.
Mhm.
I did not like that.
And it's very fast paced.
I was like, their sweat is touching me. Ew.
Yeah, that's a little gross.
Yeah. But both of my daughters played basketball. My oldest played for, I don't know, like 8 or 9 years. She's aggressive. She could handle it.
Yeah. I don't know if I could ever play basketball.
Yeah.
I think I did track. I do track, but there's no like physical.
Yeah.
So was ELA easy for you when you were in school?
Well, the trick to ELA is reading the text. So it was easy for me. Yes, I've always been a strong reader. But just like I tell y'all in class, if you read the text, then it's not hard, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But it was always one of my favorite classes. I was terrible at math, so
I
I'm
love
not very
math.
good at math.
I love math.
I made a really bad grade in geometry, and it scarred me for life. I still can't do geometry.
What did you make?
Well, I made a D one 9 weeks.
That's 9 weeks.
It was terrible. I was devastated. My parents were so mad at me. I got grounded for an entire 9 weeks
Ooh.
because of that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, which I did well the next 9 weeks, so I think it averaged out to be like a low B or a high C or something like that. But it was my worst grade ever in my life.
Okay. What's something recent that you've done and you're proud of it?
Oh man, something recently? Something, I mean, really just moving up to the 8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
It's really easier to stay at the same and do the same thing year after year. So being open to change and, working to make the change. Kind of proud of myself for that. And I had to move classrooms,
Yeah.
which is a lot of work.
I like your old classroom better, but your new one's like so spacious.
Yeah, I loved my old classroom. I
Me
like my
too.
new one too, but I feel like it's not 100%. I need some storage in there.
You need some like lights and not the main light.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Well, and it's hard because the sun comes in the afternoons, where it used to be darker in the afternoons in my other room, so I could use all my lamps. And now I can't really do that.
I loved having our class was so good,
Yeah.
but a lot people got in trouble a lot.
Yeah, they're wild.
I can name a couple right now.
So, have you ever taught like normal ELA?
Yeah, I teach two classes of regular ELA even this year. Last year I had one, and then the year before that I did have all advanced, but it is a little different, regular and challenge, I guess, is
Mhm.
what they call it. I like them both, though.
Yeah. Okay. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Trustful. Do y'all know where Trustful is?
Yes.
Okay. So that's where I grew up. I went to school there. That's where I graduated high school. So not too far away from Chelsea.
No. I think I've been there a couple times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's grown a lot since I was there.
I think that's all we have.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's all we have for you.
Okay. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for
Thank you,
joining
Miss
us.
Weygand.
Mhm.